What it is, card chargers, and welcome back to the Cincinnati Kids Vintage Baseball Card channel. I am Topher, your host. It's been a minute since my last video. It seems to be kind of commonplace. Seems like we're all having busy summers, and I'm no exception. And hopefully this doesn't just completely crash and burn, because I'm kind of going unscripted here a bit. But this is trying to be a VR for Old Sarge Collects. Many moons ago, he reached 400 subs. Congratulations to you, Dan. I don't know you very well, but I know your channel very well. And you always have great stuff on there. So congratulations. I'm going to do a VR for you for 4 fantastic Forever 4s. These are going to be very good, excellent 4 cards. They're all PSA. Comment below if you'd like to see me do an all SGC one. I could probably do that as well for all the SGC fans out there. But first, no one probably remembers this, but my last video about 2 weeks ago, I had a special card share of a pickup from Dylan from Double D Vintage Baseball Cards, and I purchased this card from him. You can see it up here, the Robin Yount rookie card, 75 tops, and he sent me, it was really kind of him to send me some really nice extras with it, and one of the things he sent was this card here. And I made the mistake of thinking that he produced these, and Dylan did not. This is actually Jason with a Y from @MrFisherBike made these for him. So there you go, going to clear that up. And 2 minutes into this video, 2 minutes behind already. Let's get started. So first card, and I will have shout outs. Actually, I'm going to put the shout outs up here. Hopefully we can see them as we're going here. So, all right, no further ado, let's get to the first card. So as you see up there, the first shout out is to @Phillies Baseball Cards, and I'll have all these channels in the description below. He did a video. First off, the level of this guy's production is amazing. He tells great stories. He's an expert at making the most of what he has, and expertly will reuse shots to re-emphasize. In his very last video, which was I think part 5 of Card Show Diaries, I think is what he calls it, or something along those lines, he had just an amazing story of cards that he went through, picked up, found some Bryce Harper rookies, which he's been going after. He found some T206s and so forth that are Phillies players. He specializes in collecting Phillies players. Well, 3 videos or so ago, he had a video about the cards of one Hall of Famer named Robin Roberts. And I did not have a Robin Roberts card in my collection at all. And that was, I think, criminal oversight of mine. Hopefully I won't be charged with misdemeanor card abuse. But anyway, I went out and picked up this. I found it the same day I talk with him, or not talk with him, I watched this video, communicate with him briefly about how I need to take care of this. And one of the cards he talked about was the Robin Roberts 56 tops. And I just think this is an awesome card. Here. Really like the 56 top set. Here's the back. But what's interesting about this card is that he already was at 160 wins and was into maybe going into 7th year in the majors. It wouldn't go so well for him after that, but he ended up with well over 200 wins. So that is my first fantastic 4. Okay, second shout out is for another channel I love to watch, and Steve over at Vintage on Vintage. He has some great cards he shares. He seems to really speak my language on, or it's not my language, but we just seem to be in the similar wheelhouse as far as cards go that we are interested in, kind of that same collecting era. And I think for sure, just such a great collection he has, and just keeps growing. That definitely he for sure has been an influence on me. Some of the cards I go for, then I really get surprised and I see that he has picked up a card that I already have, and I'm like, wow, that's really cool. So I wanted to show a card that I'm not sure he has. I'm not sure he's shared any of this player before. I think he has, but I'm not sure this particular card. And he is a Dodgers fan. So for Steve, I've got a card I really, one of my absolute favorites of Gil Hodges, the 1961 Topps. And a fantastic Forever 4. And I think that phrase Forever 4 is trademarked by my new friend Adam at Vintage Sanctuary. So shout out to Adam. I don't want to steal your, if that is your trademarked phrase. Just borrowing it. Here's the back. What's neat about this, and I intended to shoot this video a little earlier than I have. I was intending to shoot this video on Memorial Day weekend, and that didn't happen. I got really busy with some other stuff. But I wanted to make a shout out for Gil Hodges in particular. He is from the state I'm originally from, so I like collecting players from that particular state, and he was a, as you can see here, a World War II United States Marine Corps on the beach at Iwo Jima veteran. So a shout out to also back to Old Sarge, Dan, who is also a veteran. Wanted to try to make that connection for Memorial Day, but also for Vintage Card Steve. Go check out his channel if you've not. Same with, I'm blocking the other names here. Sorry, Stan Musial. Here's another honorable mention that came up. It's a Forever Fantastic 4. 62 Stan Musial, but I think, well, no, they're still not over there. Can't see. Wow, okay. So, up on third is a fairly newer channel. The card I'm going to show really has nothing to do with, I don't think, with his collection habits, or he's definitely a big-time Reds fan. He collects Cincinnati Reds a ton. Like me, so there's a kinship there, but this is Peacemaker cards. Peacemaker, at the time I wrote this cue card out with everyone's call signs on here, or channel names, he had 95 subs, so let's try to get him up a bit. He may be over the 100 mark now, I'm not sure. But I try to check him out. I probably don't get there as often as I should, but to his channel. But I really try to check him out, and he has some neat cards. But I'm going to show a Cardinals card for this instead. And this is a 54 Bowman, red Schoendienst. I have recently shown this card before. This was an April pickup for me. But this is just, I don't think the camera is really doing it justice here tonight. I'm not sure if that looks like, I can't find anything wrong with this card. Not that I really want to try to find things that are wrong with them, but to me this should be a 10. This is like Dylan talks about, 4s are the new 10s. This is proof of that. I'm not certain this is an easy or hard card to find in this grade of eye appeal, with gray corners and centering, and just a fabulous registration on it. But this has become one of my favorites. It was very inexpensive. There's the back. But that's for Peacemaker. I think pretty much it's a cardinal sin, no pun intended, if you're a Reds fan, to like the Cardinals. But I'm going to say, I almost did the Scott Reindeer Studios VR, but I didn't want to get in trouble by being a homer. Well, I don't care. I'll be a homer. I'll just say it right now. My favorite uniform are the Reds uniforms from the Big Red Machine era through the early 90s. The pullover shirt, especially the road uni with Cincinnati across in the gray, V-neck cut. It's old school 70s throwback, but I used to hate those uniforms, but now the nostalgia from it, that's the one. But boy, you have to admit with the Cardinals, boy, they have a super simple uniform that just reeks with style. Those birds on the bats, gotta admit they had style. Which goes on to the last four I'm going to share with you. And this is for one of the stalwarts in the hobby and in the YouTube card community. And I don't get to his channel as often as I should either, and I'm sorry for that, Stukes. But this is for you, Stuke, the Twins fan. This fabulous. I mean, here we go. '71 Topps. This thing is unbelievable, this card. In the Forever 4. This will never leave my collection. Dedicated to you, Stukes. The quiet gentleman who loves the Twins and shares all kinds of neat stuff on his channel. Go check him out too. In the back, one of the greatest hitters ever to play, Rod Carew. And love that smile, love the bat pose. I love bat cards. You can see 3 of these 4 I chose are hitters that have bat cards. I'm not sure I can get, here we go, get them in the most. And let's see, do we want one more? Why not? We'll do a bonus. We'll do a bonus 4 here. Pull it out, but as I'm doing that, I'm going to start reading off. This is dedicated to my new recent subscribers that have subscribed since I last was on with a video. And I'm just blown away and thankful for all of my subscribers, but the ones that have just recently joined. If I missed a name, if someone just joined like in the last 48 hours, forgive me, I am sorry. I will, it doesn't mean I don't appreciate you. But let's see, quite a few here. Just Your Average Geeks, which is at Just Your Average Geeks, all one word. Billy Ballgame Sports Cards. Okay, this is a channel that I've watched kind of as a lurker for a while, and before I started shooting videos and such. And he went by a different moniker. He had a different channel name and switched to this one, and I lost track of him. But wow, Billy Ballgame, I think he's a big Cardinals fan. I think he's in the Missouri area, so here's a 62 Stan the Man for you. But we found some common ground in our love for 1960 Topps, and although I'm not showing any 60 Topps here, I have several. He has a massively great collection of them. He's got Clemente, I think he's got Mantle, he's got so many of the Hall of Famers, and then he's collecting the set. And his back wall display, I will just stare at that while he's talking to see his 60 Topps cards displayed. Just an amazing, amazing one. So go check him out. He's at Billy Ballgame Sports Cards. I will put everything in here. I hope all these new subscribers too. So thank you for subscribing. Got LNP Ripping. Got David Massengale. Adam J. Ulrey. Now I'm saying these last names because that's the name they give in their channel. I'm not giving away anything. It's not been made public by them. So TCB, which is at TCB Sports Cards. Really cool. I watched a couple of videos of this guy today. He recently subscribed to me too, at Rob Cash Cards. So Cash Cards, I believe he's also a Reds fan. And he's in the Cincinnati area. He really soft-spoken, easygoing. Go check his channel out. And then we got Robert Springs. And then 2 to 3 weeks ago, I've got the Card Pile and at Vintage Goats subscribe to me. So thank you all very much. I'm trying to get to your channels to watch the videos you make if you're a content creator. If not, I just still want to give you that shout out of appreciation. And here's your card. This 1965 Topps Jim Cott. The year they went to the World Series. So it's double twins for Stooks too. So let's see, where can I put him? Let's see if I can squeeze him up here. Why not? And then one more time, the other shout outs at Philly Baseball Cards, at Vintage on Vintage, at Peacemaker Cards, at Stoop 1976. That's it for me. Just remember, always be curating your collection. Don't forget those ABCs.